Welcome to the Tuesday Top 10 show at The Collective. This is episode 46 for the best new comics you should be picking up May 21st and 22nd, 2024. Always remember, if you watch and enjoy the show, don't forget to like and subscribe and leave your thoughts, feedback, and opinions about the show either here or in the store. And if you picked up a comic that you saw here on the show, make sure you let us know when you check out. Remember to log into your Comic Hub account under the Last Call for Confirmed Orders FOC sections on Friday, May 24th to pre-order your new comics. All available items should be visible on Friday the 24th after 5 p.m. Those orders are due by Saturday, 5/25 at midnight to guarantee your copy of any open order cover or single issue. If you see an incentive that you like, a 1 in 10, a 1 in 25, a 1 in 50 maybe, send us a message via the hub. You can send a request via the hub to see if the store is going to order that. That does depend on the title that's coming out for. You can also call the store at 407-637-2843 or 321-295-7091, and that second number is a cell phone, so you can send us a text as well. Follow the store on social media and join our Discord server. That's at Collective CCG. Don't forget, Tuesday nights are Star Wars nights, or Star Wars game nights. Come out and watch or try out a game of Star Wars Shatterpoint on select Tuesdays with Jabin and Jack, or play casual Star Wars Unlimited in 2-player or Twin Sons multiplayer format. And don't forget to check out our Whatnot channel at Collective CCG also for comics back issue auctions hosted by Donna. Potentially more shows coming in the future. We'll see how those plans work out. On Sundays right now it's Vintage Comics, that's 90s and older. And on Wednesday mornings it's newer comics, so 2000s and newer. So Sunday's show is at 6:15 p.m. all the way up till midnight or 2 a.m. depending on how many books are available. Wednesday's shows are 10:15 a.m. to about 3:30, 4 o'clock. If you purchase something on Whatnot and you are an in-store customer, you can do in-store pickup. Just make sure you bring us your code. Right. I'm going to jump into some comics news. We do have some news this week. I had the news pulled up, but I'll have to skip it. My browser crashed. Let's go into order highlights, or order book highlights. The order books did come out a couple weeks ago. I didn't get a chance to get to these until just now. We have a horror anthology coming from Boom Studios called Hello Darkness number 1. Hello Darkness. It might be a miniseries. Number 1 comes out in July. At the end of July, this is going to have stories by Garth Ennis, Becky Cloonan, James Tynion, Werther Dell'Erta, Brian Azzarello, John Arcudi, and more. It should be a great series. Kind of a throwback to the 50s horror comics. The horror anthology primarily by Garth Ennis and James Tynion IV. I don't think that there's anything that those two have written that was bad that I remember, so definitely look out for that one. Another indie to keep an eye out for is Free Agents. Actually, let's take a look at the covers that are coming out for Hello Darkness. That's the first one. Jenny Frieson, and I have a Peach Momoko. Nice. Alright, another indie to go is Free Agents number 1, coming out on July 3rd. This should be on FOC soon. This is by Kurt Busiek and Fabian Nicieza from Astro City and Deadpool, with art by Stephen Mooney. This is about a team of young revolutionaries or young soldiers who are stranded on Earth after their war is over. Could be a good book from Image coming out in July. One more coming out this July. This is The Domain number 1. This is by Chip Zdarsky Batman, and Rachel Stott, Fantastic Four, and Doctor Who. This is about friends that discover a UFO and gain use the technology to gain superpower by Fatima Waigio. That's a cool cover. I picked this one up. That's Alan Scott, the Green Lantern, number 6. All right, now we're into the top 10. This is Amazing Spider-Man number 50. This is the Return of the Green Goblin. This is Marvel Comics. It's written by Marv Wolfman, Nikesh Shukla, and Zeb Wells, which is the main series writer. Pencils by Ed McGuinness. Inks Mark Farmer. Colors Eric Arcinigia and Marcio Maines. And letters by Joe Caramanga. This is very unusual, very tightly drawn, not as bulky of a character. This is an Ed McGuinness main cover. We have a incredible Greg Capullo, kind of a throwback to the Todd McFarlane style of Spider-Man. Greg Capullo variant. We have a Black Suit Spider-Man Eben Coelho variant. A classic John Romita Jr. variant where he's fighting Green Goblin. And a John Tyler Christopher Negative Spaces cover. I love these. These are great. This alone is worth picking up the book even if you don't read it. That's Amazing Spider-Man number 50. Number 9 is Wonder Woman number 9. Should put a spacer between each of these so it doesn't have to keep doing that. This is Diana is finally reunited with Steve Trevor in this story arc. DC Comics, written by Tom King, art by Daniel Sampere, colors by Tomio Mori, letters by Clayton Cowles. We have the Daniel Sampere main cover. Julian Totino Tedesco variant cover. I like that. Very good cover. And we have a Stepan Sejic variant as well. I actually picked this one up instead of the Tedesco this month. That is Wonder Woman number 9. All right. Book number 8 is New Mutants Facsimile 2024 edition. This is the first appearance of the Rob Liefeld original version of Deadpool. Rob Liefeld would hate to hear me say this, and anyone who says it, but to me, Liefeld created this version of the character. The Deadpool we know today was created by additional creators later on down the line in a later series who added to this character, though still a cool character. But this is the facsimile of New Mutants 98. No polybag, no card in this one, but still a great issue. This is the original Rob Liefeld cover. That creator that slipped my mind earlier, that's Joe Kelly. Joe Kelly is who created the Deadpool we know today. Sorry, that's just facts to me. We have the foil version, New Mutants 98, Facsimile 2024 edition. Foil version is $9, so it's kind of like a 1 in 10 pricing on that. Number 7 is Blood Squad 7 number 1. I believe this ties into Dutch. It seems like I think it's the same writer. It's Joe Casey. Speaking of Joe Casey, returned to the Image universe from most popular super team from the 90s as alien invaders make an appearance on Earth. This is from Image Comics. Written by Joe Casey, pencils by Paul Fry, colors by Sonia Harris, letters by Russ Wooten. We have the main cover by Paul Fry, and we have a Chris Weston variant. That's Blood Squad 7, number 1. Kind of hard to cover that one up, but that's all right. We have a new distillery book, large format, magazine size. This is Scott Snyder and Francesco Francavilla's The White Boat, number 1. It's a supernatural tale. Where does the supernatural white boat take its passengers? Should be an interesting book. Scott Snyder does very good horror stories. Scott Snyder, art by Francesco Francavilla, letters by And World Designs. We have a Francavilla main cover. That's the Kelly Jones cover. Main cover, Francavilla right there with the eyeball and its tentacles. We have Orion Stegman variant. That's the White Boat #1. All right. Now into the top 5, we have The Butcher's Boy #1. This is a story of a serial killer that terrorized the quiet Pacific Northwest. The Butcher of La Perdida. This is by Landry Walker with art by Justin Greenwood. And we have a single cover for this by Justin Greenwood. That's The Butcher's Boy #1. All right. We have a very cool new book from Archie Comics, Judgment Day. This is Archie on a quest to cleanse Riverdale of its demon infestation by Aubrey Sitterson and Megan Hutchison. Colors by Matt Herms and letters by Jack Morelli. We have the Jay Lee variant. This is the Rico Murakami variant. That's a Francesco Francavilla variant. And it looks like there were no A covers, which would have been Megan Hutchison. So, sorry, I already saw that one, but that's okay. That's Archie Comics Judgment Day #1. I'm definitely going to look into checking this one out. I might pick this one up. On the fence on this one, but it looks pretty cool. It's a great idea for a story. And these Archie horror books have been pretty good consistently. All right, #3. This one we've been waiting for a while. This is Sanction #1. It's a murder on New Year's Day in 1987 Leningrad, and it leads 2 detectives to uncover a connection to an older unsolved crime that puts both of their careers at risk. So another crime story. These indies are usually really good at crime stories and telling quality tales with great art. We have a Ray Fox story and pencils and inks by Antonio Fuso. Colors by Emilio Liche. Letters by Dave Sharp. And we have a Dan Panosian main cover and a Ray Fox variant cover. That's Sanction #1. All right. #2 in the list. This would have been #1 if not for the other book. A lot of covers on this one. This is the new Spider-Gwen series, Spider-Gwen the Ghost Spider #1. In this ongoing series, Gwen is cut off from Earth 65 and trapped on Earth 616. Is it permanent? We'll have to check it out. This is written by Stephanie Phillips with art by Frederica Mancine, colors by Nolan Woodard and Matt Mia, and letters by Ariana Mayer. We have a Mark Brooks main cover. No blank sketch cover available. This is David Lopes. No. That's the Pablo Villalobos cover, the variant. This is the David Lopez cover. An amazing Jenny Frieson cover. I definitely picked this one up. And an Amanda Souza foil cover. Foil cover price $10.99. I'm sorry, $9.99. $10 on the foil from Marvel. But it does come with the poly bag. All right. And #1, because this series has been consistently amazing the entire time it's been coming out. This is Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong #7. This is the final issue. It's the titanic conclusion to the biggest fight in JLA history. Written by Brian Bucalato. Pencils by Christian Deuce. Colors by Luis Guerrero. Letters by Jimmy Betancourt and Richard Starkings. We have a... This looks like the Sanford Green cover. Let me double check. No. Drew Johnson. I don't know why Sanford Green is in my notes. That's my fault. Drew Johnson on this variant cover with Mecha Godzilla. This is definitely Jim Lee on this variant cover. Then we have a Christian Deuce foil cover featuring King Kong with the Green Lantern ring. I don't know if you can see that on there. Kind of shiny. It's really cool looking. Actually, this camera picks up the shiny cover is really good. And that is Justice League versus Godzilla versus King Kong number 7. And if you did not pick up the series, the trades and the hardcover will be coming out very soon, so you might want to check into that. All right. And that is all I have for this week. We will catch you next week with a new show, a new top 10, and hopefully get back to that comic news that didn't want to work today.